Hi, I'm Molly and welcome back to my channel. Welcome here if it's your first time. Today's video is all about the difference between under eye color corrector and concealer. These both go under your eyes, so I know it can be a little bit confusing. I want this video to help you really understand where to place each and why. Color corrector that's specifically for the under eye is meant to take these dark circles and make the skin match the rest of the skin before you go in with concealer. Imagine you were painting a wall in your house and the top part of your wall is black, the bottom part is white, and then you go in with blue paint. That blue paint is going to look so different over the area that's black and over the area that's white. If you skip color corrector and you have dark circles, you are going to have two different shades of concealer over the darker area and the lighter area. It's going to look like a completely different shade on both of those areas. It's really interesting. So that is the purpose of color corrector. Concealer is used to brighten and lift, to pull forward the under eye area. When you look at your face, and you can feel it if this helps make sense, your forehead, your nose, your cheeks, your chin, all of this is coming out farther than your under eye area. So concealer helps brighten and pull that under eye area forward so that you're not getting shadows on it that make it seem darker or more sunken. Those are the differences between corrector and concealer. Quickly, let's go over formulas and shades, and then I want to talk about placement, where you put each thing. You want to use an under eye corrector that's appropriate for your skin tone. Generally, there are 5 different categories: fair, light, medium, tan, and deep. I use fair to light. If you have bluish purple under eye circles, you'll want to go peachy pink. And then if they're more brownish gray, you'll go a little bit more salmon. Here are my favorites. This is the Catrice in light rose, the Beauty Pie in light medium, and then the Charlotte Tilbury in fair. And you can see these are all some version of peachy pink. So that's how you find the right shade. And then when it comes to formula, there are typically 2 different formulas that are used in under eye products. The first are creams, and all 3 of these under eye products that I just showed you are creams. And then concealers generally will come in either a cream or a liquid. Now, I tend to prefer creams for my under eye corrector because creams will have more pigment in them, and because I'm not putting it over this area that's more wrinkled, I'm putting it right here where everything's a little bit flatter. The skin really, for me, handles cream products beautifully there. I've tried liquid color correctors and they just don't give me enough of the coverage that I'm looking for. So I prefer a cream formula for that area. And then I go back and forth between cream concealers that I love. This is the Coq10 palette, and liquids. This is the Dior Forever Skin. I think a liquid is nice because it really does look like a second skin. Those are the 2 different formulas, and I think you really just are going to have to pick and choose for your skin type and what you're looking for. The last thing I want to show you is where to place each product. When you're applying color corrector, I like to make sure that I get it only on the dark circle, because if you extend it past the dark circle, you are going to make this area of your skin then look like a different color than the dark circle. So you'll actually have 3 different skin colors going on, and it can be a little bit jarring. So I like to make sure that it's only on the dark circle. Remember that whatever you blend extends. So whenever you're blending this out, it will come down right to that edge of the dark circle. And then I like to take concealer, and starting right here, you can see how I'm smiling, and this area has a little bit more of my crinkles when I smile. So what I like to do, and I do have a whole video on concealing, but I like to start right here. It's about a ½ an inch under my eye. Because this area is flat, I can apply here and then I'll blend it upwards. And so I will go over that color corrector and I blend it up and in. My dark circles do go all the way up to my upper lid, so I make sure that I really get the concealer up there and then move it up and out. So I will go over that color corrector with the concealer. The last thing I want to mention is that I got an amazing question on one of my videos. It asked, if you're using 2 products, a color corrector and a concealer, won't it look heavier than just using a concealer because you're using 2 products instead of 1? When I use just concealer, I would end up having to use 3 or 4 layers to really get my dark circles covered. And then at that point, it just looks like a really heavy amount of concealer, and it will start to cake and break apart, all of that stuff, all of the issues that I hear people talking about with concealer. But when I started using color corrector, I found that I only needed the tiniest dot of concealer. So at the end of the day, even though I was using two separate products, combined, I was still using less than when I just used one product on its own. I hope that makes sense. A tiny bit of color corrector, just one tiny dab of concealer, and I get totally natural looking bright under eyes. If you have any questions, make sure that you ask below. And if not, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.